Alright, unboxing the Razer Cobra.
If at any point during the video you want to check out this exact same product, there's Amazon links below.
This is a fairly new release that came out in late 2023, and I believe this is a replacement for the Viper. Overall, pretty standard packaging, has the Gen 3 optical switches, looks like some rear RGB there. Overall, pretty classic Razer. Opening it up, I'm expecting some cardboard, and yes, that's what we get. That's all that's in the box there. We have some paperwork, and then the mouse itself. Let's check this out. The black SpeedFlex cable, it's just an ultralight cable design. There's the mouse itself. Pretty standard Razer. We have the gloss black accents with a matte finish everywhere else that is a nice texture. It's slightly texturized, and it honestly feels really good in hand. I'm really liking that. Now, the interesting thing back here is that this gloss follows through to the back, which in the picture it shows that there's RGB. We'll see if there actually is, but if there is RGB, it's actually shining through this black strip there, which I think is a really cool design, rather than just having like an opaque white element. So we'll see if it actually has RGB. Looks like a good skate configuration with one small one around the sensor and then two larger ones that are nice and rounded. Looks like it's not going to have a lot of drag, which is great. Small button in the middle, which is nice. It feels good. Very quick side buttons, which I appreciate, and nice clicks like we have come to expect from Razer. The scroll wheel is a little bit more mushy than I would like, and it is a little bit lower in there. As you can see, it's quite deep inside of there, not as protruded as I would prefer, but overall, for the price, this is a really nice feeling mouse, and it's pretty lightweight, actually quite lightweight. So yeah, but let's jump to the full review.
And this is the Razer Cobra, coming in at a price tag of $39.99. This is an awesome mouse for the money. This is using Razer's 8500 DPI optical sensor. This hits a 1000 hertz pulling rate, obviously 8500 DPI, 300 IPS, and 35 Gs of acceleration. Build quality here is extremely solid with no creaks or rattles. A lot of you always commented me about how I'm talking about Razer's build quality being so good. When a lot of you are saying it's bad, it's not 2 years ago anymore. Razer has gotten so much better with their build quality. As for shape, this is an ambi design with a more narrow shape and mild palm bump that I really enjoy. It's great if you have medium to small sized hands and use a palm or claw grip. There are indents on the left and right clicks for your fingertips to sit comfortably. Nice glossy accents throughout, and this has a nice grippy texture. Overall, it is really impressive for the price tag. This is one of my favorite budget mices out there. For color options, you get black, and that's it, and you're gonna be happy with that. For skates here, this is virgin grade PTFE with one long skinny skate at the top, one around the sensor, and then one large skate at the bottom. This design they did so right. There is no noticeable scratchiness or drag with this skate design. They did it really well. For the cable, this is what Razer calls their SpeedFlex cable, and I've never had a problem with SpeedFlex cables. If you keep some slack on it, like every other lightweight cable, it's gonna feel wireless. Now for the switches, these are Razer's Gen 3 optical switches. This is really where you get kind of the trickle down effect. These switches are really nice. They put them on some of Razer's nicest mice, but you're getting these in this mouse. So that's a pretty sweet deal. These are very similar to the Gen 2 optical switches, which I really enjoyed. These have very satisfying clicks with a deeper sound than the Gen 2s, and they have a comfortable weight to them. These are just right. I think for a lot of people, if you're not gonna go with something like BenQ, which again is most likely gonna be in a much higher price point, or something like the new Logitech G Pro X Superlight 2, which have like the best clicks in the world, it's insane to get these switches at this price. For programmable buttons, again, you get your standard programmable buttons with 2 extra side buttons on the left side, and this is fully customizable in Razer Synapse. The scroll wheel here is all right. It has more of a stealth protrusion, so a little bit more low profile, and the tactile bumps here are a bit mushy. However, the bumps are definitely more tactile than the HyperX, so it's just a good scroll wheel. But the weight is just right here at 58 grams. Now for RGB, you do get that on this mouse with everything else you get, which I think is pretty awesome. Having the Razer logo lit up and some like ambient lighting on the back of the mouse, which looks great and is something that you can't actually see. If you look around the mouse with the RGB off, you will not be able to see any like white opaque plastic that you would expect RGB to come through. You cannot see anything, and I think that's very cool. Overall, this is an extremely attractive and polished product for the price. Again, if you want to check out this exact same product, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. And if you want to check out my main channel with longer form content, you can check that out right here. But this is a consumer tech review, high speed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.